So of all the witnesses that have come thus far, this one has the potential to be the most groundbreaking deposition, in my opinion. There's a lot of concerning things in the documents. There are a lot of statements from the survivors that are very concerning as well with respect to Mr. Black. Obviously, he's going to have an opportunity to defend himself and for due process, but this could be a pretty significant deposition as we try to get answers. And again, before I answer questions, I'll remind everyone the purpose of our investigation is to get the truth to the American people and determine how the government failed the survivors by not prosecuting Epstein sooner. So with that, I'll be happy to answer any questions. Yes?
Has Mr. Black been cooperative with you, or do you feel he's...
Well, he's here. We appreciate that. We just read his opening statement. There are a couple things in the opening statement that concern me, but just some, we set the rules for the deposition, so we'll see how it goes, and hopefully we'll get our questions answered, and we'll go from there.
Mr. Chairman, you've just scheduled, I think, Alan Dershowitz interview. I think you have 3-4 more at least after this. What's the goal here? How long do you expect this investigation to go on? I know what you just said, that you want to get the truth to the American people, but will there be a report? Is there a deadline for your committee to release something?
Well, we're on a timeline. Every Congress expires. This Congress will expire at the end of this year, so we want to certainly get done as quickly as possible. As we do more depositions and meet with more survivors, more people of interest pop up. So we don't want to leave anyone of importance out. But let me make sure everyone knows, on June 30th, we have Doug Band. On July 15th, Kathy Rumler, who is communicating with Epstein all the way until the end. July 20th, Alan Dershowitz. And July 23rd, Jess Staley. So that will be 20 interviews. And if we need to interview more, we'll do it. We're not on any short-term timeline, but certainly we want to try to get it finished as quickly as possible.
Can you provide any updates on having Todd Blanch come before the committee?
Who?
Todd Blanch.
Yeah, we hope Todd Blanch will come before the committee very soon.
Last time he said he was going to come in July.
Yeah. Well, I know that I would love for him to come in July. But we know that he's got his confirmation, and I'm sure that's where his focus is right now, on his confirmation. I thought the confirmation was going to be in July. I was informed it's going to be in August, so we'll get him in as quickly as possible. But I do hope to have Todd Blanch in here to answer questions. And again, I have to remind everyone, he's already been here once and answered questions. The Democrats had an opportunity to ask him questions, but they stormed out and made a stunt in front of you guys. So I appreciate Acting Attorney General Blanch coming in that day, and I'm asking him to come in again. Chad.
Sorry, I was running a little late. You're on here, but here's my question on another subject here. The idea that Republicans did not have a great week this week, the president did not sign the bill, but it seems as though Democrats kind of had some self-inflicted wounds here with Democratic Socialists and all that. I mean, are Republicans kind of relishing it? They're focused on who won in New York and not our own missteps in Capitol Hill.
I think Democrats had a very bad week. I believe that when you're Hakeem Jeffries and you're trying to be the next Speaker of the House and you lose 3 elections in your hometown, that's a pretty big slap in the face. And I always come from Kentucky and always adhere to the attitude that you look at a candidate by how well they do in their hometown, by their friends and neighbors, and I think Hakeem Jeffries' friends and neighbors gave him a big middle finger. And look, that's the direction of the Democrat Party. They are going further and further to the left, to the point to where they are full-blown, card-carrying socialists. And I don't think the American people want to elect that. And I am more confident than ever that the House will remain Republican.
And it seems that a lot of progressive new members tend to serve on this committee. Are you bracing, regardless of being the majority or minority, what that's going to be like if some of those folks show up on your committee and these hearings spiral out?
What are you saying, Chad? We have some rowdy members on our committee.
History is our guide.
Well, I don't doubt that. But this is This is the committee that most people want. This is a true story, and I've said this a lot. When I was a freshman in 2017 session, that was my first. I came in December 2016 in a special election, but I didn't get it put on committees until 2017. I was in the class with Mike Johnson and Matt Gaetz and Lynn Cheney and all of that group. So we had the orientation, and I think there were 27 Republicans. And you have the chairman's reception, where you go and you make the pitch to the committee chairman of which committee you want to be on. 27 people, and this included Matt Gaetz. This included Mike Johnson and a lot of good members. Brian Mass, Jody. Jody was in there, and I was the only one that went to Jason Chaffetz, who was chairman of the Oversight Committee. I was the only freshman that asked to be on Oversight Committee, and I was the only freshman that got put on Oversight Committee. Well, when I was chairman the first time, 2/3 of the freshman class went straight, when they said, okay, you can get up and start working the room for committee chair, 2/3 of the class went to me wanting to be on the Oversight Committee, and that's the way it's been since. So I take that as a compliment that the majority of the freshmen want to be on the Oversight Committee. I think we're getting it done. I think that a lot of people, especially in these Republican districts, want to see people held accountable. And our biggest focus right now is waste, fraud, abuse, and mismanagement in the federal government, especially for Medicare and Medicaid. So hopefully we'll get some good members.
Should we be walking hearings next year because of some of these Democrats?
Well, it's a tough committee to manage. It's getting tougher, but I think we'll be all right.
Can I clarify 2 points? You said Todd Blanch's confirmation hearing isn't happening until August. Did you hear that from Mr. Blanch?
The confirmation? No, some of the reporters said that yesterday. So I was thinking it was in July, but some reporters approached me saying it was going to be later. So if it's July, then yes, we certainly hope he comes in after the confirmation.
Do you want to wait to have him in until after the confirmation hearing?
It's probably best that he comes in after the confirmation hearing. So.
Would you be willing to subpoena him if he refuses to come?
I think he'll come in.
Mr. Chairman, are you expecting to hear some sort of an apology or so from Mr. Blanch?
I haven't thought about that. We have so many questions, and we have hundreds and hundreds of questions about financial transactions, about bank violations, about emails, documents, pictures, and communication with survivors. So that's pretty much all I've thought about, and my staff have worked very hard on this, and they're very prepared to go. So I'll do one more, and then we'll come out and update you.
Most significant striking things you saw in files or in communication when prepping to Mr. Black today?
I'm sorry, say it one more time.
Like the most striking or concerning things you saw?
With this deposition? Can I say about the non-disclosure? I mean, he signed, we're pretty confident, a lot of non-disclosure agreements with some of the victims, so we're going to have some questions about that. All right, thank you.